Get your butterflies in order. Hi, I'm Joel Sweeney. This one is about speaking anxiety. And I've posted on speaking anxiety on a couple of occasions over the last couple of years. But I like this particular variation of it. I like the phrase in particular, getting your butterflies in order, because I can remember very vividly what it was like when I first started to deal with my own speaking anxieties and my own discomforts around public speaking. And I had lots of butterflies back then, and they weren't necessarily in order very often, if at all. And so most of it, I was just along for the ride. But I've come to realize that we do have the capacity to take control of our butterflies, of our nervousness, of our anxiety, and make it work for us. And back then, when I first began this journey, I can remember people passing advice to me about how to deal with my anxiety, and some of it was pretty good. Others were just outright ridiculous, and I guess one of the most ridiculous ones for me was to imagine your audience naked. Now, I don't know about you, but back then, when my anxieties were pretty much raging out of control, the last thing I needed to imagine was that I was speaking to a naked audience. I was having enough trouble dealing with them dressed. So that certainly wasn't working for me. Another one that I was exposed to, and I come to realize not too long after that it wasn't very practical either, and that was that I should pick a spot at the back of the room and focus my eye contact on that spot. That way I don't have to engage with the audience the same way. And of course, if you've been watching or following any of my blogs, you realize by now that audience engagement is critical to getting your message across. If you don't engage your audience, then the chances of you getting your message across to them becomes very, very slim. So it is really important to leverage eye contact. So staring at the back of the wall is not going to do anything for you. And it's interesting. I talk about anxiety in the context of energy, and I see anxiety as negative energy. And then anything that we can do to focus on being better at our craft of speaking is only going to start to peel that negative energy away and convert it to positive energy. It's going to put that energy into something that's more constructive. And definitely, eye contact is more constructive. We're starting to engage our audience. We're actually going to listen with our eyes and get the information that they're communicating to us. Even if they're not speaking, they're still communicating. So take advantage of that opportunity. And so, want to get your butterflies in order? Then focus on the craft of speaking. Focus on the things that you need to be dealing with as you share your message with your audience. That's your tip for this week. Now go out and make your voice heard.